Okay, welcome back friends. In this video we'll discuss about non-serializable schedule. Now non-serializable schedule, a schedule which is not serializable is called a non-serializable schedule. Now non-serializable, it may be consistent, it may not be the consistent. It may be the consistent or it may not be the consistent. It is not consistent. Okay, so in the previous video we have discussed about both conflict serializable and view serializable. Both are serializable and both are consistent. But in this case we will discuss about the non-serializable. That means the schedule which is not serializable, that is called non-serializable. And there are two types, non-recoverable and recoverable. And if it is a non-serializable, the schedule may be consistent or may not be the consistent. And if it is a recoverable, then there are three types: cascading schedule, cascadeless schedule, and strict schedule. So what is recoverable schedule? Now if in a schedule a transaction T2 executes a dirty read, this is what our T2, okay, and this is what our dirty read is there. If in a schedule a transaction T2 executes a dirty read operation from an uncommitted transaction, say T1. So there you can see here, till now the committed instruction is not executed, say T1, and its T2 commit operation is delayed till the uncommitted transaction T1. So here it is not the case. Delayed in uncommitted transaction T1 either commits or rollback, then such a schedule is called a recoverable schedule. Now just see this one. Say T1, the value, it is what? Initial read A. Now A is equal to A plus 100 and WA. So initial value of A is what? It is 100. Then A is equal to 200 because of A is equal to A plus 100. Now there is dirty read is there. The value of A is what? It is 200. Then A is equal to A minus 200 means what about the and write operation and commit. What will be the value of A right now? It is 0. Now it delay. Now till now the commit operation is not executed, and before executing the commit operation, failures occur here due to hardware software power failure. Then what? That we have to roll back this particular transaction. And if you roll back all this particular transaction, but this T2 transaction already has executed the commit operation, that means what? We cannot roll back this particular transaction. We cannot roll back T2 transaction, but here we have to roll back T1 transaction. That means what? This is called non-recoverable schedule. We cannot recover this particular part. Okay, and the database is in inconsistent state. So that means what? This schedule is not it is non-recoverable schedule. So how to convert this into recoverable schedule? Like this. Now you can see this particular schedule, say S1. Now here two transactions are there. Now you can say it is a recoverable schedule. Now if in a schedule a transaction T2 executes a dirty read operation from an uncommitted transaction T1. Now this is what? Uncommitted, and this is what? Our dirty read, and its T2's commit operation is delayed, so we have to delay it. So in this case, we just after finishing the last instruction, we have executed the commit operation in T2, but here we have delayed this particular commit operation. Its delayed commit operation is delayed till the uncommitted transaction Ty either commits or rollback. Then such a schedule, say T2 here, is called a recoverable schedule. Now if failures occur, now you can see now the T2 must wait for T1 because T2 reads data from T1. Okay, now if failures occur somewhere here, so we have to roll back this particular transaction. Now here the commit operation is also not executed for the T2 operation, so we can roll back this one. So that means what? This schedule is what? It is recoverable, and the database is what? It should be in consistent state, because both the transaction we can recover. Or you can see if the a failure is somewhere here, then also we can then that means what? The T1 transaction is completed. Okay, that we have to roll back only the T2 transaction because failure is somewhere in this particular point. Okay, and if failure is this particular point, that means though there is no problem, both the transaction they have completed their transactions, okay, both the transaction executed commit operation, that means both the transaction you cannot apply rollback operation. That means what? It is recoverable as well as consistent. तो कैसे पता चलेगा कि कोई भी शेड्यूल रिकवरेबल है कि नहीं? तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे, हम लोग देखते हैं कि डर्टी रीड कहाँ पे हो रहा है ना। T2 जो है डर्टी रीड कर रहा है T1 से डेटा ले रहा है, तो T2 को क्या करना होगा, वेट करना होगा जब तक T1 कमिट नहीं कर रहे हैं। T1 कमिट करने के बाद T2 अपना कमिट करेगा। अगर T2 उसके बाद T1 के बाद कमिट करता है इसको, इसलिए अब तब ये क्या होगा, ये रिकवरेबल होगा। अगर T2 T1 से पहले लाइक दिस वे पहले कमिट कर देता है तो फिर क्या होगा, T2 जो है वो रोल बैक नहीं हो सकता है, तो ये जो शेड्यूल होगा ये नॉन रिकवरेबल शेड्यूल होगा। ओके, नाउ हाउ टू नो वेदर ए शेड्यूल इज रिकवरेबल और irrecoverable? Now we can check one by one. So first of all, first technique is what? We have to check whether it is conflict serializable or not. Conflict serializable or not. Now we have to pass the schedule. Now if it is no, if it is not, if it is not conflict serializable, that means it may or may not recoverable. And if it is yes, that means definitely it is recoverable. Are you getting this one? So if the schedule is conflict serializable, yes, definitely it is recoverable. If it is not, it is may or may not be recoverable. Second is check whether any dirty read is there or not. Is there any dirty read? Dirty read is there or not? Now if dirty read is there, if it is yes, then it is what? It is may or may not recoverable. It is may or may not recoverable. If it is dirty read is there, if the dirty read is not there, then you can say it is recoverable. We have to pass the schedule. So if the dirty read is not there, it is recoverable. If the dirty read is present in the schedule, that means it may or may not be the recoverable. Now, if the dirty read is there, then how to check whether it is recoverable or not? Definitely, you have to follow this one sequence. Now you can see if the dirty read in read condition, if TJ reads from TI, if TJ reads from TI, so first execute, then commit TI first, then TJ. If all the dirty read conditions are same, if all the dirty read conditions are same, that means it is recoverable. But if the sequence is not maintained, then it is non-recoverable. Are you getting this one? So if dirty read, TJ reads data from TI, so first commit TI first, then TJ for all the cases. If it maintains the sequence for all the cases, then yes, then it is recoverable, otherwise it is non-recoverable. And the next video we will discuss various recoverable schedules like cascading schedule, cascadeless schedule and strict schedule. And that is the end of this particular video. Thank you very much.